My next contestant, Joe Banks. Joe Banks, control, control, Joe Banks.
Little did Shakespeare know that his soliloquy in Hamlet, to be or not to be, was going to be used in a Toastmasters speech. If you think about it, to be followed by a word, or not to be followed by the same word, could be any kind of action word. Today we're going to talk about to be controlled or not to be controlled. This is something we don't think about early in life. We know our parents control us. We know a certain amount of people around us control us, especially the people we look up to. But I want to give you an example of each in my life and hope that you go away today with the feeling that you don't need to be controlled. Our inability is our inability to communicate. If you don't communicate, you are going to be controlled. Your desires, your wishes, your beliefs, they're going to tell you what to do, and you're not going to say anything about it, so they're going to control you. You will then fall in a group, a wide range group. Either you'll say nothing, or you'll be outspoken. You won't be in between, where there's common sense and where there's reasons that you can give for believing like you believe. My buddies, if you want to call them buddies, decided they wanted to take me deer hunting. I had never been deer hunting before, and I did not tell them that I did not want to go deer hunting, so I was under their control. I went along with them. Orange hat, orange jacket, orange pants. I was ready. I found myself in a national forest early one morning. It was dark, I was cold, and I was alone. How did I get in this situation? And I came up with the idea that I got here because I didn't say anything earlier. I didn't tell them anything about not wanting to go deer hunting. The sight of blood will make me faint. I didn't think of anything like that. The twilight showed that I was on the side of a hill overlooking a giant meadow. The perfect spot to get a deer. And that was one of my fears, that I would not be able to get a deer. The sun then shined real bright. And what did I see? Down in that meadow, hundreds of orange jackets. Today is not going to be my day. To top it off, I heard a noise behind me. Now, what in the woods makes noises other than deer? My thoughts were a bear. I froze. That's all I could do to barely turn around, and that's when I saw it. Two beady eyes, covered with black hair, and my mind went blank. And then I heard, "How's it going today, son?" It was a game warden. All because I did not speak up earlier in the day, in the week. My second example is when I finally realized I needed to say something when things happened. I was married, had 2 children, paying for a house, and my finances were robbed from Peter to pay Paul. Robbed from Peter to pay Paul. I had to get a better job. I had 2 years of electrical engineering, associate degree, so I went to a manufacturing concern. I talked to the HR manager. I told him what I was looking for. I told him what I needed. He sat there and listened patiently. He said, we have no manufacturing jobs. But then he gave me the best advice that I've ever had. He said, we have jobs on the shop floor, running machines, operating forklift trucks. We can give you a job there. You know, anybody else with any kind of degree would not do that. But all of a sudden I saw a ladder in the manufacturing. I took that job. Years later, a manufacturing job came open. I put in for it and got it. But during those years, I had that job experience on the floor, continuing education, and I was progressing, and this is what made me as successful as I thought I was. So before you leave, think about this. I think some of us are retired, some of us are not. But when you leave today, when situations come up in your life, communicate with that person. Communicate with that group. Tell them what you think of, what you don't think of, but do it in a professional manner. Don't get all off on one side and say, and stomp your foot and say, it's going to be this or else. Let them know how you feel, what you feel like, and when you do, they won't forget it. Toastmasters.